Good morning, 8 Chrysanthemum.
Good morning po.
Good morning po.
Morning po.
Okay, so to start with our morning session for today, so let's have our opening prayer through video presentation and permission to present.
When the music fades and all is stripped away, and I simply go, longing just to breathe something that's above that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, into the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've done. It's all about you. It's all about you. King of endless world, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours. Every single breath, I bring you more than a song. For a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within, through the way things appear. You're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I made. When it's all about you, God. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I made. But it's all about you, God. It's all about you. But it's all about you, Jesus. It's all about you. But it's all about you. It's all about I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it. When it's all about you, it's all
Amen and amen. Can I hear everyone to say amen?
Amen.
Amen.
Amen and amen to the song. So, heart of worship. Okay, so, okay, so let's start now with our discussion for today. Okay, permission again ano, to present. Okay. Can you see the PowerPoint now?
Yes po.
Okay. So, before we start, ano, so let's have okay a few review of our discussion about last week. So, last week we studied about okay the explaining the visual and the nonverbal relationships on using the graphs, okay, the maps and the tables, okay. So and today, we need to jump onto another lesson. So as I said earlier, it is quite interesting lesson because you can relate on it. Okay, you have a knowledge of it. You know everything about what is happening in our surrounding. You know everything what is in the news. You know everything what is okay the true or what we call is what untrue to our society. So check-in activity. So for our check-in activity, so let's empty your cup. Okay. So let's pretend that we have nothing. Okay. We don't know everything in this lesson. So let's pretend on it. So an old Buddhist tale. Okay. So for our topic, for our empty your cup, an old Buddhist tale. Bruce Lee, the legendary martial artist, once told the story about a highly educated man who went to a Zen teacher to ask and acquire knowledge about Zen. As the Zen, as the Zen teacher began to explain things, the man would frequently interrupt with remarks like, "Oh yes, we have that too." Finally, the Zen teacher stopped talking. He began to serve tea. He poured tea into the man's cup. He poured tea into the cup until it was full and then kept pouring until the cup overflowed. Enough! The man once more interrupted. "No more can go into the cup." "Indeed, I see," answered the Zen teacher. "If you do not first empty the cup, how can you taste my cup of tea? A full cup cannot accept anything more. Similarly, a person who believes that he had learned a lot cannot learn anything else and will stagnate quickly and not move to higher levels. Attitude determines your altitude. A small change in attitude makes a big difference. Let us first empty our cups. So I remember there was a saying, also it goes like this that okay, your attitude, okay, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Okay, it was always told by the pilot, okay, in an airplane. Okay, your attitude, not your aptitude, will determine your altitude. Okay, so more likely, no, if you are in the airplane, okay, you consider um, if the airplane is in a proper attitude, okay, it will goes through and it will successfully okay landed to the place where they're going to do to go. So but if if there was a turbulence okay along the way, it will okay distract okay the path okay of the airplane, or maybe okay uh the airplane itself will be um destroyed by strong turbulence or by a bad weather condition. So attitude determines your altitude. Okay. Again, a small change in attitude makes a big difference. Let us first empty our cups. Okay. So introduction to the lesson. Okay, so what is a critical reading? So let's study first on what is a critical reading. By the way, this is not our main topic for today. Critical reading, anyone who can read the definition? John Wesley, will you please read the definition of critical reading?
Okay.
Please proceed.
It is a study skill that is necessary for success in every subject area. It is the process or result of making judgment in reading, evaluating relevancy and frequency of what we read, and scrutinizing new ideas and information.
Okay, so again, no, critical reading, okay, it is a study skill that is necessary for success in every subject area. It is the process or result of making judgments in reading, evaluating relevancy and adequacy of what is read, and it is scrutinizing the new ideas and information. Okay, so we need to be a critical reader or a critic reader, for a particular reading text. So later on, you will read a lot, and we will study a lot about this, on how to be a critical or a critic reader. I mean, okay. So reading critically involves 4 conditions. Number 1, okay, a knowledge of the field or fields in which the thinking is being done. Number 2, a general attitude of questioning and suspended judgment, a habit of examining before accepting. 3, some application of methods of logical analysis. 4, taking action in light of this analysis or reasoning. Some critical reading thinking skills, okay, it recognizes, the intent or the purpose. So recognizing the intent or the purpose of the reading text. Distinguishing relevant from irrelevant information. Okay, so we need to separate, what is relevant, what is true, and what is false information. Evaluating, sources of information. So sources, we all know that we have 2 types of sources, which is the primary and the secondary sources. So when we say primary sources, that is a first-hand information. Well, the secondary, is either a not so reliable information. So next is noting points of view, recognizing bias and slanted language. Okay, so we need to learn that, that on how to distinguish or to recognize the bias and the slanted language, assessing the accuracy of information on author's credibility, identifying literary form, components, and devices, tone, and mode. Okay, the text that we have read. And lastly, this is our topic, distinguishing fact from opinion. Okay, so by the way, ladies and gentlemen, so our topic for today is about distinguishing fact from opinion. What is fact, what is true, and what is an opinion or opinionated ideas. Distinguishing fact from opinion. Okay. I want you to look, okay? I want you to look at the pictures that I'm going to present here in front of you. Okay, so distinguishing fact from opinion by, so this. Okay, I'm your discussant for today. Okay. So my presentation, were adapted from the original slide decks of Dr. Heidi Barcelo Makahilig of the Philippine Normal University. Okay, I just get and ask permission from her to use her slides for today's discussion. So again, here is a picture now. Okay, I want you, I am giving you 5 seconds to look at the picture carefully, and try to think on what is the picture all about, and what can you say about the picture? then please ready yourself, after this, after looking at the picture, for a short discussion about the said picture. Okay, so I know some of you are done, okay, looking at the picture. So, Carl, let's have Carl. What can you say about the picture? What is the picture all about?
Sir, yung nagpoprotesta po sir na yung mga na pinapano po si Marcos dahil gusto nilang bigyan ng hustisya yung mga naging biktima ng martial law.
Okay, so those are the people who are keep on protesting against Marcos, okay, due to the effect and the effect of the martial law, especially those who are killed during the martial law during his era. Okay, another one. What can you say about the picture? Anyone? Okay, I have a question here. Do you think, if you were the observer of the said pictures, okay, do you think Ferdinand Edralin Marcos do not, deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani?
Opo.
Okay? Does he deserve not to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani? Anyone?
Opo, sir.
Okay. Why you think so, Carl?
Kasi po sir, marami pong naging biktima ng martial law dahil sa kanya po.
Okay?
Tapos marami siyang masamang nagawa.
Maraming masamang nagawa. How sure are you na marami siyang nagawang masama?
Hindi man po masyado sir kasi nga meron naman pong siyang mga gandang nagawa po.
Yes.
Yung mga
okay.
tao lang po kasi sir, parang tinitignan lang po yung mga bad sides niya.
Yes, okay. Ang mga tao gano'n, di ba? So, it is normal and human to look at the bad sides, okay? Not to the brighter sides of every person. Especially if you want to blame, okay? Or to let that person go down. Okay. So, just like this, I want to show this. I want you to look at this paper. Can you see anything in the paper?
Wala po.
Okay, what can you say about the paper?
It's blank.
Okay, it's blank. Aside from it's blank,
Malinis.
It's a clean sheet of paper.
okay, it is a clean sheet of paper, right? But what if I will put a dot at the middle of the paper? What can you say now about the paper? Is it
May
still
sir.
clean? Is it still beautiful?
Hindi po sir.
It is still pleasant. For example, we have here apply. Okay, landed on the paper. Is the paper still beautiful or necessary
sir.
to the eyes? Of course not. That is the mentality of a person nowadays, right? We always look at the bad side. Okay, for example, for one dot of a scene of our neighbor, but we're not looking on ourselves. We have a saying in the Bible, right? Okay, so bago nga natin sabi ka ng pahiran, ang puwing, okay, ng kapwa natin, tingnan muna natin yung dumi sa atin. Mata, yung puwing sa ating mata. So, let's go back again on this picture, because this is quite, interesting to discuss. Do you think, Marcos, again, the question is, do you think Marcos deserve or not deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani? Okay, I heard the answer of Carl earlier, and he said, merong hap-hap siya parang dahil nga po may nagawa na masama, meron naman po siya nagawang kabutihan naman din. Okay, how about the other? What is your idea about the picture? What can you say about the picture? Anyone? Do you think it deserved or not? Do you think Marcos deserved to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani or not? For not being sad, according to them, Marcos is not a hero. Okay, never again to Marcos. That is the shout of some, individual, especially the youth, right? Okay, but the question is, okay, are they born during the martial law era? Let me ask you guys. Nabuhay na kaya sila ng martial law?
Hindi pa po
Hindi
siguro.
pa.
Hindi pa. So how they can say that Marcos is not a hero? Marcos did not deserve to be buried in libingan ng mga bayani. According to Carl earlier, sir, kasi po marami po siyang nagawang kasalanan, marami po siyang nagawang mali. And so, okay, the question, so many so, right? Okay, marami tayong follow-up question diyan. Okay. The first thing, what is a fact and what is opinion about this picture is Marcos do not deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani daw, according to them, because he's not a hero. Oh, of course. Who else? Who individuals from this planet will say Marcos is a hero, unless he was proclaimed and declared by the Republic as one of the hero. And ngayon nga, ang dami ng mga hero, mga buhay pa. Nanalo lang halimbawa, for example, for
Marian Diaz.
they declared them as a hero, right? O sabi nila, pwede rin daw natin i-declare, for example, a hero si Manny Pacquiao for winning the 8 titles, right? Okay. And now, what is our definition about the hero now, right? Are they really contribute for the benefit of our country or not? Of course, they give their contributions to our country. But how about this poor man? What I can say is poor man. Why? Kasi nakakaawa naman talaga siya. Okay, he's very poor after he died. Due to left and right throwing of blames, throwing of what do you call this one, bato sa kanya, for example, ang mga putik kaliwat kanan, so nakakaawa, right? So is he deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani? That is a question that I raised earlier. What is your idea about that? Does he deserve? First, he became a soldier during the World War II. Okay, that is one of the qualification to become to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani. Okay, lahat ng mga nakipagdigma noon, they deserve, especially if you are a soldier, a Philippine soldier, you deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani. Second, he receives a Medal of Valor, right, during his time. Okay, let's disregard disregard some of the medals that he presented to the public, that according to him he also earned during his time. Sabihin na natin baka mamaya nabili lang sa recto yon, right? But the Medal of Valor is true. Okay, he received a Medal of Valor during his time. Third qualification for him to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani is he became the Philippine president, and no one will disagree that, right? No one, there is no people in this republic na pwedeng kumontra, because he really became the president of the land. Now, do you think Marcos do not deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani?
Deserve po pa rin, sir.
Deserve pa rin, right? Okay, in spite of all, blames to him, in spite of all grudges to him by some people or individual o victimized by the said martial law, meron pa rin naman nagawa na mabuti yung mama na ito. Okay, that for the President Duterte to think that Marcos really deserve to be buried in the libingan ng mga bayani because of those qualifications. Okay, so let's proceed now. So distinguishing between fact and opinion. Okay, being able to discern the differences between fact and opinion will help your evaluation of the reliability and usefulness of text you encounter. Critical thinking is the best possible way of determining which statements are fact and which statements are opinion. It may seem at first that the differences are easy to see. However, not everything is as black and white as it first seems. So I want you to look at this video presentation.
Hey, did you know girls are cooler than boys? Now wait a minute, that's your opinion. Hey, did you know Barbies are the best toys? Now wait a minute, that's your opinion. My opinion says what I believe, even though the rest may disagree. When I state a fact, those words are true, and I'll bet I can prove it to you. Hey, did you know Hot Wheels are the best toys? Now wait a minute, that's your opinion. Hey, did you know girls are weaker than boys? Now wait a minute, that's your opinion. My opinion sounds what I believe, even though the rest may disagree. When I say the fact, those words are true, and I'll bet I can prove it to you.
Okay, it's better than the mirror.
Guess what? What? Like, you know those kids that, think they're cooler than everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, they told me my clothes are dirty and dirty.
Whoa, that's messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that's just their opinion. Not everybody believes the way they do.
really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, this was the nicest thing any rotten old boy's ever said to me.
What? What's that supposed to mean?
It means that boys are rotten.
Huh?
Oh, and they smell it too.
What?
And mean, and they talk too much.
Whoa, that's just your opinion.
No, that's a lie.
That's an opinion.
Bad.
Opinion? That's not true.
It's too.
It's not.
It's too.
It's not true.
It's
I was gonna tell my mommy, and she's so mad.
Okay, so that's the video presentation about the fact and opinion. So let's now define a fact. A fact is a true statement. Okay, so true or false, right? True or fact. Okay, two qualities of facts. A fact has evidence or proof. A fact can be observed. Okay, so it is an objective, in substance. Okay, facts, it contain data and research, include numbers, dates, and ages, can be proven through experiment or observation. Locate a fact. So you can locate a fact from a dictionary. You can locate a fact from a map. You can locate a fact from encyclopedia. You can locate a fact from a reliable website in the internet. But be careful in looking at the internet. There are some websites who are just telling the half truth or the false information or misleading information. So another source of fact is the book, right? Primary source. And lastly, the primary or the reliable sources. Okay. Define an opinion. An opinion is a statement that shows what the person thinks, feels, or believes. And opinions are based upon a belief or personal view, vary according to the individuals, and are driven and reinforced by emotions. Two qualities of an opinion. An opinion has a personal belief or a claim. An opinion can't be proven. Okay, hindi na mabigyan ng proof yung kanilang statement. Or that is an opinionated statement. So opinions, it contains beliefs and thoughts, have emotional language such as should, best, and worst. Cannot be proven. So without any evidence, they cannot prove the idea. How do you decide whether it is fact or opinion? Find out. Fact or opinion? Fact has the writer use adjectives. Okay. Is fact or has the writer use adjectives? Is he subjective? Okay. Has the writer use adjectives? That's true. Okay, it is yes. Okay. Opinion. Okay. Has the writer used adjectives? Okay, no. It is a fact. Okay. So, have they used the words think or seem? Yes, for an opinion. Okay. No, for a fact. They do not, in a fact, you do not say I think or it seems. Okay. Next. Is there any evidence? No, for an opinion, and yes, for a fact. Right? This is based on the evidence and sciences. Is the evidence reliable? Okay. No, for an opinion, and yes, for a fact. Is there any counter evidence? Yes, for a fact, and no, for an opinion statement. Remember, these are hard and fast rules. Some facts will use the word seem, and some opinions will not use adjectives or hedge language. An informed opinion is based on knowledge of the facts and carefully considered principles. It relies on the evidence instead of limited personal experience. The opinion of expert is known as the informed opinion. Okay, let's have an example. The Surgeon General is regarded as an authority on the health of Americans, so his opinion would be more trustworthy than a casual observer. So let's look for the signal words. Okay, facts and evidence. On June 2, okay, so we have the specific date. Okay, so June 2. In the year, okay, according to, in the article, the author states in the text, okay, while in the opinion, signal words, we use I think, I believe, I feel, in my opinion, in my point of view, people should. Okay, so those are the signal words for the opinionated claims or statements or ideas. Why do learners need to learn how to distinguish between facts and opinions? In order for you to read and understand the news, to be able to make wise decisions, to participate effectively in activities or to succeed academically, learners need to be able to distinguish between fact and opinion. So I don't know, I asked you earlier, are they born during the martial law? And some of you may answer, of course not, sir. Right? Of course, no. Okay, they're not really born, they're not alive during the martial law era. So how they can say that the martial law is brutal during the time of Marcos? Okay, is the martial law really is that's okay? Killings during the martial law has an intention or a go signal, a marching orders from President Marcos? Of course, there's none. Okay, he even didn't order his men in uniform or the armed forces to kill who are rallying in the EDSA or what in any place of rally. Okay, so there's no fact statement on that. Okay, that Marcos really orders or give a marching signal. As I watch the interview to Marcos or a press con to Marcos in Malacanang Palace during the EDSA revolution, he even says to his statement from that media network from that interview, that he ordered General Fabian Ver disperse the people without killing them. Okay, that is the statement coming from his mouth. So that's really proven that Marcos has no intention to kill any people, but it is the army or the armed forces who really do so. So walang instruction na nanggaling sa kanya na patayin mo yung mga tao na nagrarally doon. Para bang ganito lang yan eh. I don't know if you're still familiar with this according to some unreliable source, sabi nga nila sa mga Marites at Mariposa. Are you familiar with them, with the Marites? Kilala niyo ba si Marites? Class?
Apa.
Do you know who is Marites?
Wala po.
Who are they? Who are they? Do you think who are they? Sino sila Marites? Sila yung mga? Yes.
Nagagawa po ng kwento.
Mapagpagawa ng kwento or mapagawa ng chismis. Kaya tinawag na Marites. Okay, Marites Mosa. Di ba? Marites Mosa. Okay. Ang apelyido niya, Mosang, sabi nga, or Mosa. Okay. So, as long as the information is coming from reliable source, so believe on it. But if it is not coming from reliable sources, so it's just a hearsay. So don't believe on that statement. Okay. Mawawala ka. Okay, you will be misaligned in this society. Baka lahat na lang ng fake news na ipapakalat niya ay paniwalaan na natin. So let's base our observation from a reliable source or from the first-hand information. So I remember when I asked my dad, my father, not dad. Mahirap nga lang pala kami kasi yung mga dad daw para lang daw sa mayaman yun. Is that fact or opinion? Yung salitang dad daw ay para lang sa mga mayaman. Is that fact or opinion? Hello? Yes?
Opinion po.
Opinion. Okay. So why do you think so? It is an opinion. Paano mo nasabi na opinion siya? Joan ba ito? Si Joan? I can see the monitor who is raising their hand. Joan nga ba yung Joan, yes, Joan. How can you say that the statement is an opinion? Na ang dad ay ginagamit lamang ng ay para lamang sa mga mayaman.
Kasi po opinion niya lang po yun. Pwede naman po yun pang mahirap.
Yes, right. Ang dami kong nakakita mga mahirap even in Islam area, they're using dad. Imagine mo you're passing through out of the Islam area or that depressed area then some of the kids there calling their parents dad or mom. Okay, especially if you were in other country, because that is according to a father or a mother, a counter a name for a father or mother. or tatay, nanay. Para ganun lang yan sa Tagalog, tatay, nanay. Okay, what is the English of tatay and nanay to other country or to other foreign speakers? So alam naman sabihin nila tatay and nanay, salita natin yung Tagalog, di ba? Okay, so that is an opinion statement. Okay. So do not believe what is said by other people, especially if it's a reliable source. Okay, so try to believe on the facts or the first-hand information. Okay. So, ayan Determining fact and opinion. Determining if the content of a material is fact or opinion allows students to comprehend material in a non-literal fashion. When students study a piece of objectively, they look away from the non-literal meaning of the statement. Okay, so determining if the content of a material is a fact or opinion allows students to comprehend material in a non-literal fashion. Okay, when students study a piece of objectively, they look away from the non-literal meaning of the statement. Determining if the content of material is a fact or opinion allows students to comprehend material in a non-literal fashion. Okay. Instead, the reader evaluates from a higher order thinking skills or the HATS, which in turn helps them develop a higher order comprehension of the text. Higher order comprehension skills are developed with the differentiation of fact and opinion statements while reading. When the students make this connection, they look beyond the literal meaning of the statements and read critically, thus improving comprehension. So fact and opinion. However, opinions and facts are not always easily identifiable and separable. Okay, mahirap siyang ma-identify. Kaya mahirap natin talagang paghiwalayin yung facts sa opinion. Okay, there are some opinion that seems to us a fact. Okay, merong mga balita na akala natin to talagang totoo, right? Merong mga lalo mga chismis, okay, especially the chismis. Okay, so there are some opinions that seems true, right? But be careful in identifying the fact from opinion. So let's try. Okay, let's have a try. Okay, so number one, so let's have here so I want you to answer this orally. If you want to answer, if it is fact or opinion. London is the capital of England. Is it fact or opinion? Again, may apology. I cannot see kasi hindi ko makita. Guzman? Is it fact or opinion? John?
Fact po.
Okay, so your answer is fact. So let's check if it is fact. Okay, so the correct answer is fact. So this statement is fact. London is the capital of England. Okay. Of course, this is a fact. Okay. Now note, however, that it is a man-made fact. Okay. If the British government tomorrow declared that Manchester was the new capital, then what would be true? This would not be the case if they stated that the sun now rises in the west. Okay, so that's impossible to happen. Okay, this not be the case when we stated that the sun now rises in the west, which is true. The sun rises in the east or in the west. Saan ba sumisikat ang araw? Sa east or sa west? Hello? Sige po, Lance.
West po.
Yes, Sa west ba sumisikat ang araw or lumulubog?
Sa east po.
Okay, sa east. Okay, sa silangan. Right? Okay. Sa kanluran siya lumulubog sa west. Okay, so take note of that, Kaya pag nakaharap ka doon sa may kalangitan at nakita mo sumikat ang araw doon sa may kabilang bundok na yon, okay, that is the east side of this planet. Okay. Kapag lumubog siya doon sa kabilang side naman ng bundok na yon, okay, that is the west side or kalurang bahagi ng ating planeta. Okay. So, Eastern world. Okay, number one. Okay. So, same here in the Philippines, before Manila became, the capital city, don't you know that Quezon City was first declared as the capital city? I thought parang during the time of parang yung time pa ni Quezon yun, ano, when Quezon City became the capital city of this country. But nowadays, our capital city is Manila City, from which the official palace of the president stood, the Malacanang Palace. You should not judge the content of a book by the quality of its cover. Is that fact or opinion? Anyone? Sino po ang pwedeng sumagot? So let's check. Yes, Joanne again.
Opinion po.
You should not judge the content of the book. Let's check kung opinion nga ba yan. Okay, so the correct answer is opinion. You're correct. Okay, so you have 2 points now. Okay, in this recitation, Joanne. So yes, the writer is giving advice on what he or she believes to be a good practice. For such, it is an opinion. So cats are better than dogs. Okay. Sino pa kaya? Who else aside from Joanne? Anyone who can answer this? Yes, Puentes, Joyce?
Opinion po.
Opinion. Okay. Okay, yes, that's right. Better. Better. It is a very bad word. The writer is not comparing any particular characteristic of the two animals. It might be a fact, for example, that cats are better at catching mice than dogs. Pwede pa siguro kung sabihin natin na cats are better catching mice than dogs. Of course, dogs cannot catch the mouse. There are some dogs who are really love to catch mice, right, at home. Meron kaming aso, naging aso namin, naging adopted dog namin dito. Talagang he catches everything, even the cockroach, right? Even the lizard. Okay, so it's even essence in an opinion. So let's fast forward. So fast forward na lang tayo kasi we're lack time. Okay. Fast forward na tayo mga anak ha. So I know for sure that you are learn more about the fact and opinion. Okay, so remember that facts can be influenced by opinion and bias, especially in the media and in some research projects, especially qualitative research. That is, even facts presented as facts are not always completely objective and sacred, as one claims, according to Scott C.P. cited in the Edwards D&D Cromwell 2009. Although it is a quite philosophical argument, it is good to be aware that bias can be influence even the most objective pieces of information. So let's differentiate again on the fact and opinion. A fact, an event known to have happened or something known to have existed. Fact can be checked or proven to be true or false through observation, experimentation, or research. Examples: the earth is round. Human beings are mammals. That is a fact. Okay. Can be presented using graphs or tables, and facts also sometimes contains numbers, dates, and ages. While opinion, something believed to be true but might not be, one's own judgment of a thing, person, or situation, cannot be proven or verified, tells what someone thinks, feel, believes. Clue words include think, feel, believe, seen, appear, look, always, best, worst, need, should. So yun yung mga clue words po that serves as an opinionated idea or statement. Examples: Miss Cruz is the best teacher in this school. So how do you know that how did you know that Miss Cruz is the best teacher in this school? Okay. How about Mr. Cruz? How about Mr. De La Cruz? Right? Are they not the best teacher in this school? Parang ganun lang yan. I should be here before the principal comes. Okay. So should, the word should also signal that the statement is an opinion. Okay, because you need to be in school, because you are there to study, not because of the principal, right? Kaya nga po naging opinionated idea or signal words yung should. So qualities of facts. A fact has evidence or proofs. Facts contains data and research. Facts include numbers, dates, and ages. A fact can be observed, it is not debatable. A fact can be found in dictionary, map, and encyclopedia. Qualities of opinions. An opinion is a personal belief or a claim. An opinion cannot be proven. An opinion has emotional language. Should best, worst, most. Okay? And in closure, every man has a right to be wrong in his opinions, but no man has a right to be wrong in his facts, according to Bernard. Okay. So group exercise. Okay. So fact and opinion. So thank you for emptying your cup. Parang lumagpas ako. Saglit lang ha. So let's have your assessment. Okay. So I will send to you your assessment. Nawala dito yung PowerPoint ng ko pala assessment. I will send to you the assessment, the link of your assessment in okay, so since we don't have enough time to do your assessment, I will send the link of your assessment in our GC, okay, through quiz, okay, link form. Okay, so and I want you to answer there the 15-item quiz on this topic about the fact and opinion. So anyone can answer, okay, has an access on that. Anyone, even those who did not attend this class meeting, can answer the quiz. Okay, given there. Okay. So for your group assignment, this is your group assignment. Okay. Alam niyo na kung ano yung groupings niyo, right?
Yes po.
Okay, so yun yung individual groups natin, that not the combined groups. Okay, in your performance, hindi po yun. So for the group 1, okay, mula doon kay Bacani hanggang kay Cruz Carl Joseph. Group 2 mula kay Cruz Jester hanggang kay De Leon Jan Gabriel. Group 3 mula kay De Leon Kervin hanggang kay Dizon Jan Armel. Group 4, Dizon John Wayne hanggang doon kay Esteban James Paul. Sa group 5 natin, mula kay Seprael hanggang kay Decano. And group 6, Fernando Sofia hanggang kay Galarce. And group 7, mula doon kay Guevara Eds hanggang kay Makalinaw Rihanna Claire. Okay, so I want you to do this, okay, group exercise. So, take a screenshot of it. Pakitake po ni screenshot, Seprael. Then kindly send this to the GC for the groupings for a group discussion. Read the following selection, underline the statements that express facts, okay, and box those which state opinions. Okay. So, pakitake po. Okay, pakitake po ni screenshot yan. Okay na po. So, that will be your group exercise. So, that will be your assignment. Okay, for the next meeting. So, we'll be discussing this on our next meeting. But for your quiz, I will send, okay, the link of your quiz in our GC. Okay, so that's all for today. And see you again next meeting and goodbye.
Bye po, sir. Thank you po.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Question?
ikakopy po yung paragraph po.
Yes, you can copy it. You can handwriting it, or you can use you can type it in Microsoft Word if you wish.
Sige po, sir. Thank you po.
Okay, so thank you. See you again next meeting and goodbye.